Welcome back to part 3. Working on this old hunk of junk, trying to turn it into a halfway decent deck over trailer. We got lots and lots to do. Probably ain't gonna get it all done this week. I ain't gonna get none of it done talking to y'all though, so let us get busy. Yes, sir, we still got quite a bit to do. We got to go down the side there with these little extension pieces. Got to do the same thing over here. Got to do a dovetail. I got to make some ramps. Got to make a bumper, whatever you want to call it, with our lights in it. Got to wire the lights up. I got new brakes there in the house, all 4 wheels. Got to wire them up. I got my, we call this gooseneck coupler right here. Got that a couple days ago. We got to cut this whole thing off and go to the woods and get the I-beam, cut it up and make us a new hitch. It's just several things. We got to get new tires, got to paint it, got to put wood on it. Lots and lots to do. Don't think we're going to get it done this week. No, sir. I ain't Superman. Anyways, let me show you something real quick if you haven't already seen it on the second channel. Look at there. We got us a mini split. It is 88 degrees out right now, which ain't real hot, but normally it would be, 90 or so there. Well, let me show you what it is. It's 74. That's what I got the thermostat set on that one. And that one, matter of fact, about 2 minutes after I walked in here, that one cut off, because it was satisfied. Well, I've turned it down to, I got it set on 74. I just turned this one down to 70. Turn that one down to 70. Let's just see if it'll get it 70 degrees in here in the middle of the day. I know 88 ain't real hot. It's supposed to get up to 90 today. Rest of the week, high 90s or mid 90s, I guess you could say. So that'll be a good test of it. Anyways, really glad to have that. And I'm glad to be working, normal hours. Well, normal for me. Y'all know I don't get up early, but at least we ain't having to work a split shift, second and third. Well, I went in the house for a little while to finish editing the mini split video. I had the thermostat on 74 when I come in today. I turned them down to 70, both units. And anyway, I was in the house, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Y'all look at here, we're down to 70 degrees and it's 90 outside now. So that's, yes sir, that's awesome. I think we're gonna be just fine and dandy as far as cooling. Anyways, I got my 3-inch channel in here to finish doing the extensions on the side. Let me tell you, I got a load of steel yesterday. I don't know if you can see in the back of the truck there or not. Whoo-wee. I had 2 heart attacks this time. They had to life flight me to the hospital because it cost so much. Fellers, last 3 or 4 months, I've been building stuff like I'm a big channel, like I got a big channel budget. No, sir. We're gonna have to cut back after this. Whoo-wee, I'm spending too much money. Anyways, let's get over here and get these rest of these pieces cut. What I'd like to get done today is let's get all these done, welded in, get back here, cut us a notch, make a dovetail, get that welded up. If we get anything else done, well, it'll just be a bonus. All right, what did I say these need to be? Let me measure one of these ones right here, 16 and 5/8. I know some of y'all have told me I need to get a different blade for the saw. Well, some of you told me I need to get a different saw. I don't know why I needed this different saw, but I would try a different blade sometime. I'll have to look into it, but right now I'm just going to use what I got. Where are my glasses? Here they are. There's one. I'll be back when I get the rest of them done. Got them all cut to length. Now I'm using my CAD drawing to mark out the notch. Once I get that done, we'll get over there and weld stuff up. Then we'll go to working on the dovetail. I've already had to clean that filter once. Probably have to do it again here in a few minutes. Gots to get me some kind of smog hog. Well, there's one. 4 more to go. Alrighty, I'm gonna let the smoke clear a little bit, and we'll get these welded on. Still waiting on the smoke to settle, so I'm gonna go to my handy dandy assistant's place and measure his dovetail one more time. But y'all look at this right here. Not that nasty filter. I done cleaned it once, I gotta clean it again. Normally, this unit is off. Normally it would run, you know, all day long. And this time of day, that thermostat would say it's 80 to 84 in here. It just cut back on. But it would normally say it's 80 to 84 degrees in here. Y'all look at here. 70 degrees. It shut off because it was satisfied. Oh, yeah. I think we're gonna be just fine on the cooling situation. Anyways, let me go measure his dovetail. I'll be back in a little bit. What in the devil is going on right here? Lord have mercy, that thing's smoking like a freight train. Well, the smoke is pretty much cleared out just in time for me to smoke it up again. What we're gonna do, well, I got me a straight edge here. Finally started using my brain. And we'll try to get these level. That there needs to come up a little. That needs to come up a little. And we'll just work it on down using that straight edge, getting them straight. I think right here, you know, we can't put one here and here because it's gonna hit the tire. I'm gonna put one probably center here. And then I'm thinking about putting one like right here, or scoot it back a little bit where, you know, the tire won't hit it. And then do the same thing over here, and then pick it back up right here and put it where each one of them cross members are. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let me get the welder out and we'll get to welding. Well, my welder, it started buzzing a little bit, and I don't want to burn it up. I ain't sure what the duty cycle is on it. Let's see if we can figure it out. I can't really read nothing right now. There it is. Was a 35 to 50% duty cycle. That ain't bad, but I've done quite a bit of welding, and we got her cranked up kind of high. So let's let that cool off a little bit. I'll finish this up, and then I'm gonna have to open the doors because it's really, really smoky in here. Hate to let all this cool air out, but I can't. I got to get rid of this smoke. Anyways, I'll be back when I get all this done. Got everything welded up, as you can see. Ended up opening the door to let all that smoke out because it was pretty doggone bad. Yep. I had to stand guard at the door, make sure them stupid little hummingbirds didn't come in. I don't see any up in the ceiling, so I think it worked. Anyways, I'm doing a little more CAD drawing for my dovetail here. I went back and measured my handy dandy assistance trailer, but it ain't sitting on level ground, so it's kind of hard to get a measurement. Well, I got online just to see dovetail angle, dovetail clearance, and it's just all over the place. A few people mentioned 16 inches back here to the bottom, you know. Well, I decided let's go 18. That angle right there is kind of hard for y'all to see. It ain't too bad though. I think it'll be all right. That'll, let me shorten my ramps a little bit more. Still have pretty good ground clearance. What I got to do now is figure out this angle here and then transfer it to here, make me a pie cut, bend it down, weld it back, and be done with that. As soon as I figure that out, I will be back and I'll let you know what the angle is, and then we'll go to cutting. I've determined what the angle needs to be, and the angle needs to be 10 degrees. What I did, well, you can see over there on that side, I made a perpendicular line up and down, went 5 degrees on either side of that. 5 plus 5 is 10. Let's get to cutting. My big old fat belly can't hardly fit down in here. No, sir, it's not very convenient. Anyways, let us cut this out. Well, I gotta get back out because I forgot to hook the dad blame air up to the plasma cutter. My goodness gracious. Oh yeah. All right, let's try this once again. Oh, that's hot. Yum. I may or may not have a hole in my glove. I gotta get some new gloves. That was hot. I gotta cut the bottom out, but let's get this side over here before I get back out of here. Go. I've got to get new gloves. Woo! That set that finger on fire. All right, let's get out of here and cut the bottom out, and then see if we can't bend her down. Oh yeah! Let us cut this out right this now. Let me get a hummer. Hummer. I don't see my big hummer. Y'all see my hummer? Well, I found it. Ooh, we are nowhere near being cut in two. The C-channel gets thicker, a lot thicker as you go in right here. So we got to do a little extra cutting. This thing may not be able to cut all the way through it. I don't know. What in the devil? All right, let's go to the other side. I guess the weight of it's got it hung now. I'm out of there. Now, whoo! All right, how far off are we? I'm gonna cut the trailer right here. That's the 25-foot mark. Y'all probably can't see it because I use a red marker, but let's see where we're at. We are at, well, we're at 16 inches. That is not good. We're 2 inches lower than what I wanted to be. Let's go measure the other side. This side over here is approximately 17. So, I'll tell you what I might do. Let's look at the gaps real quick, because I think this one here is closed up pretty much all the way. No, it ain't either. We might clean that up, because there's some bunch of slag right here. Matter of fact, let me do that right now. That might drop that to 16, and that may be where we leave it. I'm gonna jack this up, open that up a little bit. Get my grind door in there. Oh yeah! What do we have now? We got 16, so they both match. Yep. What do our gaps look like? That ain't too bad. That over yonder, it's a little wider. But fellas, if you can't weld up a gap with a MIG welder, you don't need to be welding. What I'll do, I'll weld the outside, and then we'll put a plate on the inside. This ain't gonna be holding any weight going down the road. It's just, you know, driving up on it. So, yeah, we'll weld outside, plate the inside. I ain't doing it tonight. If it's going to house, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. First thing, I will be buying me some welding gloves. Look at this right here. What in the devil? Buy welding gloves. I'm gonna look up small hog smoke extractors. I want one that's got a snorkeling arm where you can move it around where you're welding. They're probably too much money, but I'm gonna look at them anyways. Tomorrow, we'll finish the dovetail, and I don't know, we'll do other things. Today's the next day. Here's the deal. I feel pretty rotten today. I woke up this morning just hurting all over like I had the flu. I'm a lot better right now, but still just kind of blah. It's very possible that I got weld fume fever. You know, it was pretty smoky in here all day yesterday. If you don't know what weld fume fever is, when you weld it on steel, it releases, you know, fumes. You breathe them in and make you sick. Makes you feel like you got the flu real bad. Back when I first hired in at the factory I used to work at, I hired in as a MIG welder, and we welded a lot of galvanized and paint group. Galvanized is the worst about it, I think. And I got to weld fume fever twice, and let me tell you, it was bad. Whew. One of the old timers said, drink you some milk every day, and that'll take care of it. Well, I started drinking a pint of milk every night at second break and never had it anymore. Some people swear by that, and some say, that's just an old wife tale. All I can tell you is I never had it anymore. But anyways, what I'm getting at is I feel pretty bad today. I ain't sure how much we're going to get done. I know some of y'all wanting me to put exhaust fan up in the ceiling. Fellas, that's just, you don't do that when you're trying to cool a place. Well, matter of fact, it's 90, I think about 92 out today. Maybe a little warmer than that. But it is only 78 in here. I got them turned down to 70. Well, that thermostat over says it's 75 over there. You don't put an exhaust fan in the place that you're trying to cool, or heat, either one. So the only option is for me to try to get a smoke extractor. I looked them up last night, and the good ones, the portable, like commercial type, oh, they're $6,000. Yeah. Lincoln makes a little canister type, but I question how long it would last. You know, you'd have to be cleaning it every 30 minutes probably. I'm gonna look into them a little more and see, you know, about getting one of them. Anyways, let us get busy. Let me show you what I'd like to get done today. I want to weld these two up. I've already got it leveled up. It's where it needs to be. Then once we weld them up, we got to cut her off. That's 25 feet, that mark right there. Cut it off good and clean there, because we got to put a piece of 6-inch channel, across here. Got to cut holes for lights and whatnot. I'd like to get the rest of these on the dovetail, and it would be nice if we could get my 6-inch channel on here, starting on the rub rail area. We'll just have to see how I feel. I may perk up here in a while, or I may just quit after an hour or two. I don't know. Anyways, let's get on here and get to welding. Y'all look here what I bought last night. I chose these for a very specific reason, because I could get them today. We used to use these, I believe, where I used to work. They were stiff as a board then. Well, they're still stiff as a board now, but maybe I won't burn my fingers off. I'm gonna go tack that other side real quick. All right, see if we can't weld this little fella up. We'll make a couple more passes on that. Talking about putting a plate out here on the inside. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm needed it. I welded it up good enough. It should be all right. This there's got a pretty good gap. It's going to take a minute to weld it up. That is not some of my better welding. I think next we'll cut the back end of this thing off. See this leveling jack that was on the camper? Well, there's a brace here, and it's going to be on that side of my cut, so I need to cut the brace off here, do the same thing over there, and I think all we'll do is I'll just get me a level, get it good and level, because I got this here level. It ain't no big deal if it's off a little bit. Anyway, make us a level line and chop it off. Probably going to use a cut-off wheel for that, as it'll be a smoother cut than, say, like the plasma cutter. Anyways, let me get them cut off. All right. I moved my mark back 1 inch that way because that jack there is in the way of a straight line. Maybe now it won't be when we can get this thing here cut off. Approximately right there. All right, let me get a square, make this mark on top, and then I'll get my cutoff wheel, we'll cut that off. I changed my wheel. There's one. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Little fella started making funny noise a minute ago. Well, she's quit. Probably the brushes. It's pretty warm. Let me take it apart. I bought brushes for it. Let's just take it apart and look at it. Well, there ain't no need in taking it apart. Housing cracked right there. Remember me telling you a week or two ago, Warrior brand from Harbor Freight? Don't waste your money. Let me get my other grinder. There it is right there. I broke one of the prongs off the plug. I stepped on it the other day. So I guess we'll take that plug off and splice it into this and then use this one until it burns up, I reckon. We now have an extra long cord on this here grinder. So let us get busy. I think now we'll put these side pieces on. The only way I know to get them leveled and whatever is just like this right here. Clamp that right there so it don't move. And then we'll get her out here up against that. Actually, it needs to be clamped right here. Then we can hold her up here against that. Make sure it's good level. I got two over there, the two end ones. They're aimed down for whatever reason. Not sure how we're going to fix them. I might just leave them. Anyways, let's get these welded up. Forgot to hook my ground up. All side extensions are on now. I left these two here off because there's going to be a 6-inch channel come all the way out here, all the way across the back. So there's no need in having that. There's really no need in having that, but it's already there, so might as well just leave it. I think now what we'll do is I'll drag a piece of that 6-inch in here and we'll go to welding it up right here. It's 10-foot sections. You know, I had them cut it in half so I could haul it in my truck. But still, a 10-foot piece of that is pretty heavy. I got to rig me up some kind of way to hold one end up whilst I hold the other end up. And I don't know, I'll figure something out. Let's get it done. Well, I attempted to use both of them jacks to hold that 6-inch channel up. And I almost lost my life once because it fell over. And I almost broke my leg once because it fell over. So phooey on that. Only thing I know to do is use this block of wood as my gauge. Bring this up flush with it. Tack it here, go down there and do the same thing. Hopefully this tack don't break, and well, I don't know if it'll work, but hey, but one way to find out. All right, let's see if we can get this done. Hopefully it won't fall on me. Approximately right there. Well, somehow my wire speed has got turned up a lot. All right, let's try that. By George, I think that will work. Let me tack this a little bit better on the bottom. acting like I'm running out of gas. My hose has come loose on the welder. What in the devil? That's a little better. Now I'm gonna go down through here and push this up and tack them. And then I guess we'll work on that next piece. They all look pretty flush. Ain't got to do no pushing. Oh yeah. Now let's get that second piece in place. I gotta cut this in all, because you know we got our angle piece probably right here. I gotta get a measurement and mark it. Alright, the bend is 231 and a quarter. All right, let me move over to this piece. 231 and 1/4 is right here. Now, I'm just going to cut that off at a 10-degree angle. That way I don't have to cut this next one. So this stuff's aggravating to cut. I reckon that'll have to do. We'll get this last little piece on and we'll weld these on. Alright, the last piece has got to be 61 of the inches. That's approximately right there. Then it's got to have a 10-degree cut on it too. It needs to go this way. Correct? Yeah, I think that's right. Sure hope so anyway. All right, let me cut that out. Let us get this, just as welded this on us. A little shy right here. You know what? I don't care. Well, this ain't gonna work. That's way too big of a gap right there. I think this cut is not straight. So let me straighten it up. That'll scoot that in more. What the problem is I cut this 10 degrees. I should have went 5 and 5 like I did there, but I'm a big dummy. But anyways, we can make it work. I'm gonna break the tacks loose and we'll straighten that edge up right there. Man, you've got to be kidding me. What in the devil? I never tacked any of them, did I? You moron. Oh! Let me see if I can grind that a little straighter. Just blinded myself. You got this button on this hood. You can either go to grind mode where it won't darken, or weld mode. Well, I forget to put it back on weld mode about half the time. Let me go ahead and weld this whole side, I guess. Here's the next day again. It's actually Saturday, and y'all know I like to take it easy on Saturdays. I've already mowed both yards. That's ate up a big portion of the day. But here's the deal. I was informed a couple days ago that the tractor show in Adams, Thresherman Show, is next weekend. It would be pretty neat if we could get this trailer done in time to help my handy dandy assistant haul tractors. I don't know that we'll be able to do it because we still got quite a bit to do, but I'm gonna shoot for that goal. Get this done maybe by next Wednesday or Thursday. If nothing else, haul my tractors to the show instead of relying on him to have to do it. This is what we're gonna do tonight. I ain't taking it easy. I'm gonna try to finish these side rails. We ain't even started over there. We gotta do stake pockets and then our rub rail. If we get that done, then it'd be nice if we could work on our brakes. Remember, we still got this drum here is locked up. We still got to get it loose. And we're going to use one drum off this axle. Because remember, one side, they were all rolling. So we'll take one drum off that and then got to get this one unstuck. It'd be nice if we could get that done. And then, I don't know, we can work on the tail piece back there. Got to cut holes out for lights and whatnot. I don't even have lights, so we may not work on that. Anyways, let's get busy. I want to get these stake pockets done firstly. I laid this out yesterday. I'm going to start 1 foot from the end with the first stake pocket. And then from there on, well, I got 21 feet. We're going to go, then we got to cut it off because I got to have my pin sticking out here for my strap of metal to hold my ramps up because they're not going to lay over. They're going to stand straight up. So anyway, 21 feet. That means I got 12 stake pockets per side. That means they go every, I think it was 22 3/8, 7. I'll get it right in a minute. 22 3/4 of an inch from one stake pocket to the next. I'll check my math on it, make sure I'm right, but let's get busy doing that and get this side done. Then we'll go over and do that side. Got them marked off. Let's get them welded up. These things are really oily. I wiped them off yesterday, but they're still kind of early. That should put off a lot of smoke, which will be good in a closed environment. Speaking of, I forgot to show y'all, I got some filter media for that up there. We may fool with that in just a little bit too. Anyways, let us get busy and weld these on. Now I got them welded on. Y'all look at them pretty welds right there. I can make a pretty weld when I want to. Anyways, now they got them on, we got to do a rub rail. It is 3/8 by 2. It's gonna go right here. We're gonna center it on the stake pocket, bend it around here and weld it. Of course, we gotta join it just like we did this piece here. And then we'll have to cut us an angle in here like we did that piece. And then end up down here, probably just bring it right here, and then my pin for my ramps will be right there. Yeah. Let me get this first piece tacked on, then we'll have to cut that second piece and join them here. All right, these are 3 inches. This is 2 inches. 3 and 2 is 1. That leaves a half and a half. Make my mark at the half from the top. That should do it. Well, that's so oily it won't even mark. That ain't no good. Let me try that one more time. Well, I gotta find something else to mark with. Alright! Let's see if this red marker will do any better. Oh yeah. Let me get these marked, then we'll get that welded on. Now, let's get this here approximating where it's going to go. Come on now. All right, right there. Let me go do the other end. Now, let's get that tacked on, then we'll do the next piece. All right, let me get this next piece clamped in place and then we'll get us the mark made. Now we want to start our angle approximately right here. So let me cut that off, and then we got to make us another piece right here. piece has to be 43 inches long. With 5-degree cut on one end and a 10-degree cut on the other. Right after I cut this end at a 10-degree angle, I realized that I didn't need to do that because it ain't going all the way to the end, so I cut it off straight. Let's see if that angle right there looks all right. Oh yeah. There is my big hammer. I'm gonna see if I can whoop on this with a big hammer and get it bent. If not, we'll get the torch out and heat it up. Oh yeah, let me clamp that in place, and I need to cut that end off a little bit and we'll weld that up. Do the other end, we'll be done with this side. That was quite a bit of welding and a whole lot of smoke. Yes, sir, sure was. I opened up the door, turned the big fan on, blew the smoke out whilst I waited on that. Went in the house and drank me some milk. Hopefully I don't get no weld fume fever tonight. But it's starting to look like a trailer. Yes, sir, it looks pretty doggone good if I must say so myself. It's a little after 9 in the evening. I was hoping to get that side done too, but I don't think I am. That's 3 or 4 hours of work to do over yonder. I'm going to start on it. Don't know how much I'll get done. I guess we'll work on it Monday because tomorrow's Sunday. Sunday's a day of rest. That's what I plan on doing. I will time lapse this. There's no need in, showing you all the same thing again. Well, let me ask you, do you like time lapse and stuff? I enjoy it. It's pretty neat to watch 3 or 4 hours of work go by in 2 minutes. It's pretty neat. Anyway, let me know if y'all like that. I'm going to time lapse that. See y'all Monday. 'Tis Monday. Look at here. I got almost all the railing done. Like just a little bit back here. I thought I had enough to do this dovetail section, but it's like 1.5 inches more than 5 feet, and 5 feet is all I've got. I thought I could make it out of 2 pieces, but I ain't even got enough for that. I'd have to do 3 pieces, and I ain't doing that. So I just got back from the metal store buying metal for that. I bought some more, I think it's 5-inch channel for bracing when we redo this gooseneck up here. And they're cutting me some big gussets for right here. I have to go back tomorrow morning and pick them up. I think right now, let's see if we can't finish this end of this dovetail right here. This piece has got to be 61 1/2 inches. I got to cut a 5-degree angle on it. Well, Mr. Dumas, he's visited me right off the bat today. Sure did. What I should have done was cut the angle either end firstly, then did my measurements, because now this metal's too short, because I got to cut a 10-degree angle here. When I do that, it's going to be too short. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get the grinder out and bevel these edges inside and out. Do the same thing to that little piece here, weld it back together, grind the welds down, and well, we're going to start over. Grindy grind. Let us grindy grind. Now, let's see if we can't tack it together. Wire speed has gotten turned up. We'll turn it down. All right, I got that Dumosity fixed right there. If you're wondering why I beveled it, well, let me tell you. Let me explain it. If you just butt 2 pieces of metal together and weld across it, then grind it, weld down smooth, it don't leave you with much weld. But if you bevel it, then all that weld is going to get down in there. And I beveled it on both sides, so it's got plenty of weld. Grind it down flat, and you ain't grinding all the weld away. If you watch guys that doing body work, like a patch panel, they'll leave a minute gap in between the 2 pieces, and that's why, because they got to grind it down flat. If they butt it up, they're grinding all the weld away. If they leave a little gap, well, that gap is filled with weld, and it's there to hold it when you grind the rest of it away. Anyways, let's see if I can't do this right this time. All right, let's make our 10-degree cut firstly before we screw this up again. The reason I'm not worried about welding that together, it's on the dovetail. There ain't gonna be no weight on that going down the road. So I think it'll be all right. 61 1/8 on the top side. Come on now. All right, let's cut that one. This one has got to be a 5-degree angle. Well, I just cut my extension cord in half, so that's good. I dropped a piece of metal on it, cut in half. I reckon today is a Monday, ain't it? Let me get this welded on before something else happens. done. We are done with the rub rails. We are done with the stake pockets and these big old 6-inch chantels. The frame is pretty much done other than our gooseneck up there. I forgot to turn the camera on welding some of this. I don't remember what, but it is done. I just got done ordering wood. I'm going with 2x8s, 20 foot long. Well, it's 19, like 19.3 right here where the dovetail goes down. Let me tell you, I'm getting all of my wood pressure treated for $436.38. That is definitely not at Lowe's. Lowe's, a 20 foot 2x8. Guess how much it is? No, you're wrong. You're way off. $41 and some change. A 2x8 by 16 is only $21. 4 feet more adds $20 to it, which I'm sure, you know, part of that shipping cost because they don't keep it in the store, but they got to ship the wood to the store anyway. I don't understand it, fellas, I don't. But we ain't getting wood from Lowe's, absolutely not. I'm getting it from another local family-run building supply store, and let me tell you, it's a whole lot cheaper. That right there for pressure treated, yep, I can do that all day long. Anyway, I think we're gonna wind it up right here. Next week we got to do this, got to do the wood, brakes, and just all kind of stuff. Let me see if I can clear something up real quick. Some of y'all are having trouble understanding. Let me tell you this firstly. I have a second channel called This and That Garage Extra. I have a Facebook page. I sell merch, and I got a post office box. Every bit of that information is in the description box right below this video. You click the more, it opens up, and there's links to everything. The reason why I don't promote any of it is because, well, y'all don't seem very interested in my merch. I don't sell a whole lot. And there's no need in mentioning it if y'all are not interested in it. It's there if you want it. Anyways, here's the deal. On Facebook page a week or so ago, I posted something like this. I'm trying to figure out why I've only got 8,000 people on the second channel. And I had a picture of an emoji guy scratching his head. Well, I knew immediately when I saw the first few comments that y'all didn't understand what I was talking about. So I tried to clarify. I edited the post and I said, I got 78,000 subscribers on the main channel, only 8,000 on the second channel. Those numbers don't add up. Y'all go subscribe. Some of you are still confused, so I'm gonna try one more time to try to explain it. 78,000 people subscribed on the main channel, but only 8,000 of those have come to the second channel to subscribe. I thought more of that 78,000 would follow to the second channel. That's what I'm talking about. Well, let me put it this way. Each new video, I get about 30 to 35,000 views in the first week of it. That's what I call my loyal subscribers, loyal viewers. I thought a big portion of that 30 to 35,000 would follow over to the second channel. That hasn't happened. I was just wrong. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, you know, some of y'all trying to tell me, well, you got to put videos out on the channel regularly and YouTube algorithm. I know all that. You know, I think I've built a fairly successful channel. It's small, but it is successful. I'm making a living at it. I know all that. That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I thought more of my subscribers over here on the main channel would come over to the second channel. Since I don't have any more than that, you've sort of spoken, telling me you're not really interested in the second channel. So I don't know that we're going to continue putting stuff on the second channel. We'll just have to see. That camera, it slows me way down, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's with no more views than I'm getting. It's with all the uploading and editing and got to manage the channel and the camera. It's sort of not worth my time right now with no more viewers than we got. And well, I've been accused of being greedy by a few people. Maybe they don't understand that this is my livelihood. This is how I make my living. So I'm going to try to make more money. You have to look at it like YouTube channel is a small business. Small businesses constantly add new product, new service, innovate and trying to get new customers, make more money. That's what I'm doing here. That second channel was a new product. You've spoken, you don't really like it, so I don't know if we'll continue. Anyways, hopefully that clears up what I was talking about. I just thought more of my main channel subscribers would have come over to the second channel. Next week, I think we can get done with this trailer. We got a lot to do. I believe we can get done with it. Whether or not we get done in time to help my handy dandy assistant haul tractors to the Thresherman show, that's going to be iffy. But I am going to try. We should get done with it though by the end of the video. Anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you don't mind, hit that like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. And until next time, go do something. Blur, blur.